So we're gonna make something really simple and easy. A grilled chicken salad doesn't get easier than that, but we want to get some flavor on it. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a marinade. A simple, easy marinade. I happen to like shallots. I come from French background. Moi, je suis français. And French culinary, really, we use a lot of shallots. So I'm gonna stick with shallots. I wanted to show you first the proper way to peel a shallot. So no different than an onion. It's in the same family. So you just peel it off. And then we're gonna cut into little julienne pieces, which is so simple. You just tac, 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 tac. Not difficult at all, to little strips. And this is gonna add loads of flavor to the chicken. And then I already cut up the ends of the garlic. I'm using elephant garlic, which is one thing that you should note with elephant garlic. It's so good, but for whatever reason, it sprouts really early. So you can still get some of the germ inside, which is, you want to avoid that. I'll show you what that is. So make sure that you peel all the way, taking off all the outside. And then you're going to notice on the inside, you have like this little green piece of, it's almost, think of it as a sprouting new, and it should easily come right off. Like a sprouting new garlic that will eventually grow. So this is almost like an edible raw, and it gives you gas. So really you should get rid of it. Easy step. And then the same thing. Maybe on this one, go a little bit on the width side so you get like nice flat surfaces of garlic that are going to create most contact with the oil to do your marinade. So I already had some cut up, some garlic, some shallot, and the oil for the marinade. I'm gonna cut the garlic breast, listen to me, the chicken breast. So what we're gonna do, first remove the little fatty pieces that you don't want. And if you're having lean chicken, I'm pretty sure you're being health conscious, so it's better just to remove all that nasty fat. And then you want to cut the chicken. So you want to get, you don't want it to look vulgar. You want to have a nice salad and things that you can eat really well, and something that's going to cook fast. So for that reason, cut your chicken on the bias. That way you get like these neat little fillets, and they're easy, fast to cook. They're done in a minute. And you keep doing like that, and we keep adding to the marinade. That's gonna be yum, yum good. So you can see that I'm boiling water, and I'm about to start. This is for the garnishes that I'm gonna do with the chicken. So you have to add salt pretty generously, because if you don't, again, it's going to be bland. It doesn't seep all the way into the potato that I'm going to cook. So when you cut it outside and you cool it down with water, you rinse off a lot of salt, so you end up with something that's really bland. Additionally, I'm going to add egg to it. But I bought these little fingerling potatoes. You can get them anywhere, Publix or Whole Foods or anywhere. Put that to boil for a little bit. And 1 egg. The salt also allows for the shell to come off a lot easier from the egg, and also to give flavor to the egg. So that's also a good reason why to put your salt in. And then I have another pan back here, and my range is from 1 to 9, so 9 being the strongest, and I have it at about, it's at about 6.5, maybe 7 in temperature, so it's not terribly hot, but it's also not cold. I want to get a sear out of this chicken, but I also don't want to get it so hot so that it's going to burn it, and then I want to finish it off on the pan, so that way I don't have to turn on the oven, and I don't have to dirty things up. So just take it out since it's been marinating, and it has oil already on it. Remember, always have your salt and pepper handy. No salt and pepper, there's no flavor. So You can hear a little bit of the sizzle. No, that's what you want. But then you'll hear it start to dissipate in just a second. So then you get only heat transfer. And since I'm only making dinner for one, I'm a little hungry, so maybe two might be too little. I'm gonna do 3 pieces of chicken. And then I'm keeping the rest for the rest of the week. The cool thing about preserving in oil is that if you fill it with oil, that oil creates an airtight seal. So you can save your preserved chicken. You can save your chicken for 4, 5, 6 days if you want, you know, and it's not going to go bad. Additionally, garlic, since we put garlic in it, garlic has antiseptic qualities that also keep your food fresh and preserved. Leave the chicken a couple of minutes, but you see how it's forming around here, it's looking like it's a little more cooked. When you begin to see this part beginning to cook upwards, that's about ready to flip. And you see the sizzling is more consistent. And you can flip it. So you can start browning the other side. And you can see at what temperature I'm at. So, waiting for the chicken to get done. While I'm waiting for that, I am going to put a little base in which to serve it on. So I'm going to do a little bit of organic baby spinach. I think I got this at Target, which they have some pretty decent stuff. So happened to run in, and while I was there, then I'm going to take a little bit of cherry tomatoes. I like these because they're uncomplicated. If you buy big tomatoes, you have to know how to cut them. These little fellas, you just do this, cut them in half, and your garnish is done. So easy. Then I'm going to make a little dressing to go with it. The simplest dressing you're ever going to make. So I bought ponzu, and ponzu is available anywhere. I got this at Publix, but Whole Foods carries it, Milam's carries it. Just a little splash, and then, whoops, didn't have it ready. Oh well. Nobody saw me do that. Or this. Then we're going to add a little bit of honey to the ponzu. Mix. And done. If you want, you can add a little bit of vinegar if you want. I personally just like the flavor of this because ponzu already has citrus in it, so you're already getting the acidity. So you don't need any more. And I'll be right back to assemble everything. Although, let me show you. 10 minutes of cooking. The egg and the potatoes, they should be already done. And the chicken has been cooking for 10 minutes. So let's give it a check and see if it's already done. So, what tongs? Also, when you flip the chicken, you can turn down the temperature also if you like. I turned it down just 1 notch, and I'm willing to bet that this chicken is completely cooked, but very, very juicy. So, and this is what you want. So this is the reason why adding salt to the water is important. the shell just comes right off and you don't have to be struggling with it. The potatoes are already done. Slice them in half. I just like to put them like this, but you can do little medallions and sprinkle them around. Whatever you think is good for you. I happen to be, let me see. Good. Even with all that salt, they're a little bland, but they're passable. They're good. You can sprinkle a little more salt on them if you like. I'm trying to avoid a little bit salt. This salad is great also during COVID because we've all been indoors for a long time and apparently there's a lot of vitamin D deficiency and spinach is very rich in vitamin D. So it's great for the time that we're living right now. Apart from that, oh, there you go, and the egg. If you do the egg for 10 minutes, you can see that there is no dark around. It's completely yellow and looking pretty. And we'll just add the egg to the salad. So I'm borrowing a little bit from like a niçoise style. Although niçoise obviously is with tuna, it's another kind of lettuce, and it's the Dijon vinaigrette and all these other things. But who says that you can't? Where is there a law written that you cannot improvise yummy food? So now you just take a little bit of this and just sprinkle it on top. And your dinner is done. Easy breezy Japanesey.